Yeah, so
that
each
right
one of those
there,
sperm is a child.
That's
right?
life. And that's what you thought of life. Do you come in every woman that you have sex with?
No.
You
Never.
are wasting life.
I don't think so. I don't think so. I think if a guy has a child that it's his responsibility.
No, Jeff, you're moving on.
That is why there are so many degenerate children out there because of fathers like yours.
Yeah.
And then the increasing of the procreation happens, and look at you. Maybe that's where
First of all, I think it was very honest of you to say that about your father, because that's a hard thing to say, and you obviously had to work through that in order to get to the point where you could talk about it.
But what I'm asking you is,
and I think
have you tried to have a child every time you came?
Of course not.
So, but your part of the bargain is being wasted. Your part of life, you're not attached to.
I don't think so. But if I had a child, and I do have children.
Jeff.
What?
You're moving on. I'm not going to let you do this. I asked
No, because your question is stuck in sperm. I don't care about sperm.
Well,
sperm I'm not raising sperm.
But wait a minute.
When the sperm hits the egg, then it's your responsibility.
So you're saying that a fertilized child that's what counts?
No, when a child is born and there's a father there, I think the father has the obligation.
What do you think about sperm itself? What do you think about sperm itself?
Delicious.
Nothing.
That was not said by Pamela.
Not to me. Not to me.
So that's what I'm saying.
The possibility that it's because a sperm on its own is not a baby. It's a sperm with an egg.
But
an egg by itself is not a baby.
I'm trying to say that here's the difference between men and women. I could either make a child with a woman with my sperm, or put it on a sock, or her belly button, or on her temple,
right, or
where it belongs. At the corner of her nose,
just dripping, a little dribble.
There is no. This is why women are fighting nature on a regular basis and they're losing. There is no activity where women just waste eggs. There's no activity where a woman goes, woo, look at those legs, look at all those eggs. Look at
eggs don't shoot
all over the place.
Look at those babiys on a sock.
You know that women are born...
Life is precious to women.
Women are born with all the eggs they're ever going to have, man. It's there already when they're born.
This is the point of why they constantly are trying, i.e. Pam, but also other women, are constantly trying to gangster up the same way men are gangstered up. When I shoot my sperm, there's nothing in me going, oh my God, that could have been a scientist.
Of course
that motherfucker
not.
Just is gone.
Well, who's saying? Of course not. Nobody thinks that.
But
I'm talking about something.
Women,
bigger picture. There's a bigger picture there. You brought up the concept that your father, that you never met your dad. Okay.
I can understand why. Meaning, I can understand why if I fuck a girl and I'm like, woo! I thought I got all of I needed on her stomach, which I thought all my sperm was dead. Some got in the vagina and then created a baby. And I'm not saying that I would do that, but I'm saying I can understand where a guy goes, eesh. I don't give a fuck. That's just a big sperm to me. Who talks now?
Talking sperm. I don't think.
I'm just a big talking sperm to my dad. That's all the fuck I was.
I don't think so, and I don't think your mom felt that way either.
No, my mother didn't feel that way. She felt that way about him.
Well, thank God for your mother. You should have more respect for women.
Yeah, because
I love my mother. My mother doesn't count. She's not a woman. She's my mother.
No, but it's a much bigger picture than that.
Because she's a woman. I tell you what, my mother's a woman to other guys. I guarantee if I had a conversation with any boyfriends my mother had, he'd be like, man, she's an asshole. Because she's a woman to them. She's just mom to me. But I know my mother's hardcore.
But I'm saying is if she didn't have feelings for the guy that made her pregnant, you might not be here now.
I don't think it matters. I think the fact that women love their eggs so much that it doesn't even matter. That's why you never hear, if you ever see shows, you never see a father searching for his kid. You always see like a woman who puts a kid up for adoption or something, and then 30 years later they go,
I actually know somebody there because there's no closer bond than a woman and a child because it comes from your body. There's no closer bond.
Let me take another call, man. Let me take a quick call. Who the fuck is this? Tim. Hey, Tim. How are you, man?
Yo, I'm doing good.
How are you? Go ahead, man.
Hey, Patrice.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, man. Hey, great timeless conversation here, man.
Thank you, sir. Timeless. Thank you so much.
For Danny.
Thank you, Tim. That's funny. Timeless conversation. Danny's like, move on.
Shot on Tim.
Go ahead, man. Sorry, Tim. Go ahead.
Oh, no, it's great. It's great because, I mean, both of you are on two, separate islands here. You know, one is the provider mentality. You have Patrice and the Israelite, and then Jeffrey, the lover. And both of you guys are right. I mean, you're right. You're absolutely right about what you're saying. That's your view on the world. You are right. You're absolutely right. But
what is your point of view?
My point of view is this. Well, you know, the feminist movement that came in there, and it was a great thing for women and all that. But it definitely,
it went overboard.
Long run,
it was overboard.
We let them talk in the deal. I don't mind them voting.
You've met, I know you've met, like, women who are captains of the industry who are very successful.
Yeah.
In business.
Yeah. I've met some boss bitches. Like, Oprah's a boss. But still, I wouldn't look at Oprah and she's not cool to me. Like, the shit that makes, like, a male Oprah would be the baddest motherfucker on the planet. Yeah. A billionaire black bachelor who builds schools in Africa and has no wife. That's the baddest motherfucker in the world. But a woman who does that it's like, who gives a fuck? Oprah or the bitch that works in McDonald's? They're the same.
Oprah's still a chick. There was this one where she bought her puppies. And
thanks for calling, dude.
Stedman was with her when she bought the puppies. She said, "Oh, I want them all." And Stedman goes, "No, one, just one." And so she's still a chick. And even with the billion, I
still say this to know if you look at Inquirer, I like reading Inquirer and shit. Mm-hmm. Google a picture of Oprah, not now, Danny, but in your own time, Google a picture of Oprah and Stedman, right? And look at their pictures, and look at how she always looks like she's in the picture with Stedman. Stedman always looks like they taking a picture of him, and this chick is with him. Look at that picture.
He's a commanding presence.
She's still a chick.
And every picture of Angelina Jolie and Brad Pitt, he looks like he's in the picture with her. He's carrying African babies, and he's sweating, and his hat's crooked, and this bitch is like, hello world, I run shit. It's pathetic, but that's how they want us to be for a certain time. That's, to me, they're abusive. And they have so many different angles of making you let them abuse you. With the, I'm a victim, you're attacking me. Or, I have babies. Or, you're just not in touch with your man. It's all these different angles they have to make you surrender how the fuck you feel. I'm not going to do it.
But listen, why did you let that go, that topic that you brought up before about men walking away from children? I want to hear about that, because I want to know if you think that that's appropriate.
Did you hear me twice, Jeff?
What?
Say that I wouldn't do that.
You wouldn't do it, okay.
I understand,
but
like
you can
abortion.
Understand it.
Just like abortion. Here's my view on abortion, but I don't give a fuck. I just don't think women should be saying, it's my body.
Okay, but expound upon why wouldn't you do it? Why wouldn't you do it?
Because that's my personal thing. I just can't.
Why wouldn't you walk away from a child?
I don't know. I think it's wrong.
It's wrong. Okay, that's what I wanted to hear you say, that you feel it's personally wrong.
Yeah,
because people look up to you. I wouldn't want guys hearing that.
Whoa, Jeff.
What?
Twice I said I don't believe in that, Jeff.
No, I know, but I wanted to hear why.
Twice you didn't listen.
I heard it, but I wanted to hear you actually say, because you think it's wrong.
Why?
I don't know why you wouldn't do it.
No, he wanted to know why. He's saying why
because you've asked me to expound on something that I said. I do.
You keep magically leaving it.
No, I don't.
And I just was honest with you.
You know why? Because this is a big problem. It's a real big problem about guys having kids and walking away. There's too many kids growing up.
I didn't say.
Well, you know what? No, I'm not saying you said it.
And here's the thing.
I'm not saying you said it. I want to say it to your audience.
Here's my point.
That I think men have a responsibility, if they have a kid, to stay with that kid.
Jeff, shut the fuck. Jeff, what I'm saying is, in terms of, that wasn't personal to get into that. It was saying why things naturally happen to women. That they fight. They try to be like us. But my point was that women naturally are attached to the love of a child. Men are not naturally attached to the love of a child. My girl has a kid that's not my kid. When I first met the kid, I'm like, hey, kid. Hey.
Yeah, right.
I didn't treat the kid bad.
I can
understand. Other guys' balls.
Right, exactly, right.
But as I'm growing, as this child is around me, you see her do things that are like emulate me, or even
she becomes your kid.
Even grows. Just watching her develop, you go, wow, I love this kid. This kid is lovable.
Right.
You attach yourself. But in terms of sperm to a month, my point is, I can understand how a guy couldn't